Hello everyone and welcome to this eCognition Deconstructed video. Today we're going to talk about the algorithm generate labeled sample patches. And in specific I want to focus on the ability now since version 10.3 to do sample augmentation within this algorithm, right? So with a set of parameters there that allow you to augment your sample space, and I'm going to show you that in detail. So this algorithm is part of the CNN workflow, so deep learning, convolutional neural networks, and the principal workflow in eCognition would be you can generate labeled sample patches, you create a model, you train the model, and you apply it. And there you have your deep learning model implemented and created and trained and labeled the sample patches within eCognition. So one environment and there you go. And yeah, let's have a look at the generate labeled sample patches algorithm. Here I have a project. You see 3 layers. I have a thematic layer here, which I quickly created manually, and this one is depicting a few buildings. And I simply want to show you what the algorithm does. So first, what you need is, if you want to create sample patches for CNN, you need to have objects representing those classes, right? I have buildings here, but for showing this, I'm gonna only leave one building object. Let's leave this big one. Quickly gonna change the color so you better see the buildings. Red, this is one. I think I only did 10. Okay, let's leave it at 1. So let's say we only have one building that we can use as sample. So that's not how you should build up your CNN, but it nicely shows the power here of the sample augmentation here within the generate labeled sample patches algorithm. Settings here is simple. So I focused here on building, so I want to create sample patches based on my buildings class. And then here for the parameters, you can choose type, TIFF or raw. For this exercise or this example, I'm going to show TIFF because you can have a look at those single samples. If you're going into production or creating a large samples or like 100,000, a million samples, I highly suggest to choose raw. Otherwise, it's going to be very slow and you have a lot of files on your hard drive. How many samples do you want to create? We're going to go for 10. Sample patch size, that's in pixel, so in this case 100 times 100. Use image layer array, no. Image layers, I want to use all the layers that I have, 1, 2 and 3. Sample folder, leave this default, that's going to create a sample folder in the workspace directory. Delete existing sample folder, I'm going to keep that to yes because I'm going to re-execute this process and then it's simply going to overwrite the results. And now we have this here at sample augmentation set to no by default and normalization disabled, but you can normalize your data here, right? I want to focus here on this sample augmentation and show you what it does. So first of all, let's run it like this, execute, and then I go to my workspace directory. I see I have a samples folder, 0. So it created 10 files. 10 samples, and those are 10 times the same building, right? And the building is always seen as we see it in the image, so showing into the direction northwest. And yeah, what the algorithm actually does, it goes into the object and picks a random pixel for the center of a sample, creates a sample, and then again for if you have 10 samples, it does it 10 times, so it picks a random pixel within that object. Let's see, so it might be the case that you only have buildings which show in this direction, and if you train the model only on those buildings, it will never pick up buildings that go west-east, for example, right, those. But with the sample augmentation, we, for example, if I open this again, add sample augmentation, let's choose yes, you have a lot of parameters here. First is a sample multiplier. If you set it to 1, it's going to create 10 samples. If you set it to 2, it's going to create 20. And first, let's have a look at sample rotation. So you can set this to yes. You have different options here, how you want to rotate it. But if I execute this now and have a look at the samples, you see that samples are rotated randomly, right? And that is sample augmentation, right? So based on simply one sample, you create artificial samples, buildings that are not existing, right? But samples that can be or will be useful for your model. Additionally to sample rotation, we have horizontal flip. Okay, I'm gonna set this to yes, this to no. So it's only gonna flip horizontally. And you see some are flipped horizontally, some are not. Next one. No. Yes, vertical flip. And I'm overriding here, so you see it changes. It flips vertically, so it mirrors more or less those images based on the vertical line. And last but not least, let's have a look at center zoom. Right, so that changes the zoom level. That might be also very helpful. And of course, you can choose any combination here. Let's say sample rotation, yes, that's good. I wanna flip horizontally. And that's all randomly applied to the samples. Sample multiplier to 10. Execute. And there you go. So we have, based on one sample, we've now created 100 different samples, right? Using the sample augmentation, rotated, flipped, zoomed, and so on. And yeah. Let's go back. I'm going to classify all 10 of them and say, yeah, I want to create 100 samples and then sample multiplier 10. So it should create 1000 samples based on the 10 objects that I have. And that already gives you a good result. Okay. That's already it. Next step would be to create a model, train the model based on the samples and apply it and see how the CNN works on your dataset. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Goodbye.